Here we go. Welcome everybody to Changing of the Hip Hop Guards. I am your host, Uncle E. That is my partner, the journalist Sincere. And today we have none other than Marcano, better known to some of y'all as Powerule, the Leftovers NYC. We're here today to talk about Crime Wave music and his new project as well. Man, Marcano, the last time I spoke to you, we were talking about Engraved in New York. Then I know I saw you with Sincere. You guys were talking about Three Kings with Curious and Chino XL.
Absolutely.
And now we're here again for a new project, man. How you doing, man? How's everything been?
Man, I just love the fact that you actually calling me Marcano right now. Because motherfuckers always call me Prince Powerule.
I know.
All that. Like, to actually have an influence where individuals actually call me Marcano, it feels very good. It feels very good for me.
I know.
So,
we always gotta throw the Powerule in there for those that
we
are
of course
stuck
we
in
do.
time.
Listen, man. Like my man so say, man, don't ever be like not loving what you did in the past.
Right.
And of course I do. And I appreciate everything that I've attained from the things that I've done in the past. The fact that I want to move further on now, yes, that is something. But I'm not gonna leave that behind, man. That right there is legendary. So I'm always gonna be Powerule, bro. Always.
Yeah, the true Yorker, man. I like to call you the true Yorker.
Thank you, sir.
Word up.
No doubt you're transitioning into rock, but rock is actually where you came from. Take us a little bit back about your rock influence. We all have been influenced by rock in some way, and we'll get into that at some point. But for Marcano, take it back to the early days and your influence with rock music.
Well, Sincere, you're a well-versed guy. And I know you know all of the particulars. Yes. As early as 1984, 1985, my first ventures into music and musicality was in the rock realm. I didn't really start writing raps and rhymes until like 86, 87. Before that, I was just doing Van Halen covers, Judas Priest covers, and rocking at the battle of the bands in my local high school, and going to the YMCA and doing shows. I'm a straight rock dude from the very beginning. Like the beginning, like you seen the pictures, you seen me out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like that was me. I love rock that much. But I came up from a complicated environment. So I grew up in a black neighborhood, was in a Puerto Rican house, and went to a white school system. So I loved everything. But the thing that I loved the most about hanging out with the white boys in Queens over there in District 26 was the keg parties. And then we listened to Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, or we listen to Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, and just have a keg party and sit out there and just get blasted and just listen to music. It was about the music. It wasn't even like, yo, you're only cool if you like this music. You're not cool because you look this certain way or that certain way. You're cool if you like this music. And if you like this music, we invite you in and you're allowed to be here.
Right. Talk to us a little bit about the early days, forming bands, transitioning into hip hop. At what point did you start getting into forming a band, and what did that consist of as far as some of your earlier bandmates?
Well, I started off as the drummer in a band called Conquest. But I sucked so bad that they threw me out. But they said, "Can you sing?" And I was like, "Yep, I can." So it's like I'm gonna say no. No, yeah, I can. So I actually became the singer of that group, and then we went on to playing Battle of the Bands over there in Cardozo High School and all that. And then I started progressing more. And I started to write songs and actually do my own lyrics instead of just doing covers. So when I went from doing covers, I went to actually writing lyrics, and then I became pretty good at writing lyrics. And then another band had saw what I did and everything, and they recruited me to be in their group. But lo and behold, my mom's was just like, y'all, you fucking up in school, so you ain't allowed to be in the band no more. And that really stopped me from my progress of being in rock groups. Was my mom just punished me, dude, and she was just like, nah, you ain't gonna be in it no more. So it was over. And then before you know it, I'm sitting there one day, and I was like, I love to write lyrics. I love just words. I love putting words together. I wrote small stories and books since I was 5 years old. Like, I have total stories about it. Like, I can tell you a story about it. I had a book called The Golden Bat. It was about a baseball player and everything like that, and it was incredible, you know. But that's what I did. But so rap just came naturally to me because I love telling stories anyway. So my first name was MC Sting, and it wasn't MC Sting from the Police. It was Sting from Lord of the Rings. So my first name
Oh,
was MC Sting.
okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Let me when back at that time when you were, that you were just describing or whatever.
When I was MC Sting.
Well, when you were going around with those cake parties and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
just to get an idea, because a lot of people that probably have followed your career and see how you are and your image, how were you dressing at that time?
Oh man. Yo, that's a crazy question. And you know what's so dope about that? So we have you so my bus stop was the Q27, and the Q27 stopped in Queensville, Shadyville, for
Right, right.
everybody that knows. And the first stop was in Shadyville. And it was on and Jamaica and Springfield Boulevard. And so I took the bus there. So when I
Okay.
took the bus over there, like when I was getting into the rock and roll shit, so I would have the whole denim outfit. I have fry boots on, and I might have a Led Zeppelin painting on the back of my jacket and all that. And I used to take the bus, and all the dudes from my hood used to be like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, Oscar? Like, yo, why are you fucking dressing like that? And you
Right,
coming on
right.
the bus like this today? Like, yo, dude, what are you doing?" And I just didn't care, man. I just wanted to be that dude, and I did it. And it's like I was totally against everything that my hood was standing for at that
Right,
point. But I did it. And I couldn't believe that I did it because motherfuckers was in the back of the bus playing Rocking It, and
right,
I
right.
was walking in with a Led Zeppelin jacket. Talk to me.
Yeah. But that's why I wanted to ask you that question, man. I was just curious. But
No,
you
it was
know
crazy,
something
dude.
that, but
I had the whole rock outfit on, bro. I was
yeah,
fully denim jeans, painting in the back of my jacket, a wallet chain, and fry boots. I was ready to go. Let's go.
there we go, there we go.
And
But
they hated me. They
yeah,
couldn't
but
stand it. They was just like, "Why are you betraying us?"
yeah, but but see, the dope thing about it is that the fact that you stuck to who you were and what you felt in your heart was what you wanted to do
Mm.
goes to show why you are the person that you are today, though. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That goes to
absolutely.
show you why you became the leader of, that you are. You know what
Well,
I mean?
when you say leader, I always appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Well, that's how I see it.
Listen,
You
man.
can say how they want to say.
Peace to my man, Curious George, my brother. That is my brother like no other. Y'all know, you
Yeah,
already
yeah.
know that's my real blood brother right there. And he coined the phrase. He called me Warren Brady. And Juan Brady, I was just like, what? Juan Brady? He's like, yeah, you Juan Brady. It's like, yo, I never seen an individual lead people like you, man. But you like the Puerto Rican version of that. So you Juan Brady. Yeah, that's my dude right there.
Yeah, but you see, I was just curious to know that's pretty dope. And you got and coming from that time, it wasn't like dudes was really harsh at that time. You know what I mean? They'll let you have, they'll snap on you real
They'll let
fast.
you have it. Yo, I mean, B, you talking about walking into a bus stop where motherfuckers had their Pumas on, and
Right.
motherfuckers was challenging them for their Pumas. And they would beat you up, take your Pumas, and you have to walk home in your socks.
Yeah.
All right? That's
Yeah.
the era that I come from.
We
You
touched
walk
on
home with no sneakers,
that
going
last
home with
time
no socks. With
when we were
socks
talking
on.
about ball busters. Remember?
Oh shit! Come on,
We
bro.
touched on that a
And
little bit
man, you
last
know,
time.
no. Well,
That's
you know,
another story.
you already know, Queens Division ball busters. I was a leader. I was a
See,
leader.
there you
With
go.
my man Chino. Yeah, the Jamaica Queens Division. Let's go.
No doubt.
Come on,
During
sincere. Come on, hit me, sincere.
during the early days forming those rock bands, did you guys ever lay down any demos? Did anything materialize out of that?
Nah, actually, I didn't have access to studios and things like that back then. So it was just basically you probably had a tape recorder there, and then you recorded whatever was going on. So I had like a Sanyo or something like that, and then we recorded what was going on in live time. But no, we didn't have any access to studios and stuff like that, and you know. It was just the pure musicality of it.
Right.
Did you have anything that you wrote down at that time though that you might, like make manifest nowadays? Or no?
Man, I wish I did, but I really don't. I
Yeah.
don't. But you know what? Here's the thing, man. I have definitely been a proponent of rock music since day one, and I loved it since day one. And I have a passion for it, just like I have a passion for rap and hip hop, R&B, and all that. So I think that what is the most beautiful about it is that I can sit here right now and stand before you and say that I'm an actual artist that really does this. Like, there's nothing clever about it. There's nothing sideways about it. This is what I do. I've been doing it since day one. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Who would you consider some of your influences rock wise?
Ooh, well, you know, I'm gonna have some pretty generic answer. I'm gonna have a pretty generic answer right now. So of course, Led Zeppelin was one of my biggest influences, and for you, sincere, yes, Kiss.
I knew you was gonna say.
Yeah, but my man sincere, I'm gonna talk
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Space Boy, Ace Frehley.
Yes, yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, me and him on the
Yo,
same
but
page
yo,
with that.
sincere, how dope was Shock Me?
Shock me, yeah,
Shock
yeah,
me, put
yeah,
on your patent leather, and that was the Ace's solo song.
absolutely. Me and Uncle Ease, I think our first Kiss album was Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City.
Detroit Rock City
That was
was
my first
crazy.
album. That was my first album, period. Nah, I used to love Peter Chris, man. Peter Chris was
Oh,
like,
Peter Chris.
he
Yo,
was my
Peter
favorite.
Chris is the most overrated drummer ever, though. Because he looked so cool and he had the
Right,
cat makeup and
right,
everything.
right.
But Peter Chris was not that good.
I
But
know.
I will say this, God of Thunder was a hot joint.
God of Thunder.
God
Gene
of Thunder was a
Simmons.
hot joint.
Gene Simmons, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to talk about drummers? So we can go into Neil Peart
Yeah,
from Rush.
Right.
yeah,
We can
yeah.
go into Alex Van Halen was a beast. I remember Cream magazine, they used to do the top drummers of the year, and there'll always be Neil Peart, Alex Van Halen, and Stuart Copeland.
Stuart Copeland.
Well,
Yeah, yeah,
Stuart
yeah.
Copeland is a beast.
He was.
Man, that his in between shit was
I
crazy.
always loved the drums, man. Always loved the drums.
Yeah, but the Police is special. They're very special. They're more hip hop than what people realize. The Police are so hip hop, it's unbelievable. Like all that in between stuff and that bass and kick that Stewart had, and the way Andy Summers played and Sting's bass, crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of your earlier shows that you went to as a youngster going into your teenage years, rock shows wise.
Earlier shows?
Yeah.
No, like I said, my mother she didn't allow me to do too many shows because I was punished all the time. But man, I had a great 2 or 3, man, and they were awesome, and they were legendary. People really know who the fuck I was. But I wasn't allowed to perform because my mom put me on punishment. I wasn't allowed to go out there and do that.
Mm.
So
What
yo,
about
by the time that was over, I had already started venturing into rap music. And let me be clear. So I got into rap music because I started seeing, and pardon me, and pardon my French, but I'm gonna speak the way I speak because that's the way I speak.
yeah, no, go ahead.
White boys in my school started gravitating towards Puerto Ricans so hard because of breakdancing. They
Mm,
loved them. They loved them. The Puerto Ricans started becoming their heroes.
mm,
And I was a fan of white boys and Led Zeppelin and rock music. And
mm.
then all of a sudden, I start seeing them change. And they change into being in love with Puerto Ricans, not idolizing rock gods like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and Van Halen, but immortalizing rock steady crew and
Mm,
dynamic rockers. And
mm.
then I was just like, holy shit, guess what? Those guys look like me. Oh
Right, right,
shit,
right, right.
I'm in vogue now. I'm that dude now. So I
Mm.
became more involved with it because it was a beautiful thing to see my people recognized and immortalized.
Right.
What did you get a chance? I know you want punishment all the time, but did you get a chance to go? What like any? Did you attend any rock shows? Like any band, any of these groups that
Oh
you
yeah,
might have looked up
my
to?
my first rock show that I went to Nassau Coliseum and was Ozzy Osbourne, the Blizzard of Oz tour,
Oh
and it
wow.
was Ozzy Osbourne, UFO, Michael Schenker group, and they played at um, Nassau Coliseum,
So Coliseum.
and I remember Ozzy had there was dudes walking around with like outfits and like trying to scare you in the audience. It's like yo, and they had fake bats and everything. They had fake bats, and people were biting the heads off of bats and everything because Ozzy was biting the heads off of bats. So, but it was crazy. But the main thing that I remember about that is that, dude, I saw Randy Rhoads play with Ozzy Osbourne. And real rock dudes know if you saw Randy Rhoads play with Ozzy, you are special and gifted. Like I saw Randy Rhoads play with Ozzy, man. That was
Wow.
crazy. Before he died in the plane crash, bro.
Mm.
Like I
Right.
saw Randy Rhoads rock hard, B.
Flying V and all.
Flying V and the whole shit sincere. Yeah.
Polka dot flying V.
Yo, doing over the mountain. Down, take it 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 down. Over the mountain, take me across the sky. Down. Yeah, boy. What?
That's dope.
Very dope. So, at what point did the rock album come to fruition? How long have you been wanting to put together a rock album?
Man, that's a beautiful question, and I love it so much because I've been doing this, like I said, from day one. Like I've been making rock music, but the rap music just took its course, and it became the first thing that I was associated with. Um, Rock music was the first thing I was associated with, and I always wanted to do it, but I was pretty successful in my rap career, so I made songs that were rock influenced, like Brick in the Wall from 1990. Like you see the influence right there. You see the influence on That's the Way It Is, 1991, with me sampling Lenny Kravitz and U2, Bullet in the Blue Sky. You know what I'm saying? Like all those things were there, but I never had the ability to do it and make a whole album until now. And now, see, this is the one thing that I love about now. So a lot of people are pretty like anti-internet and stuff like that. I actually love the internet. I think it actually is allowing ourselves to do music whenever we want to do it. When we have to rely on gatekeepers to make our music. I used to have to rely on Atlantic Records. I used to rely on Interscope Records in order to put anything out. And then you put it out when they say to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
I do everything that I want to do now when I want to do it. How great is that? So now, of course, I'm going to release this rock album because I can do whatever I want to do right now.
Mm.
Right.
That's dope.
When did this all start? At what point did you start? Everything started to come into play, and you started putting this album together.
Well, it's always been there. It's been festering for a while, and I was just like, I have to scratch that itch, man. It's been there, and I always had the rock songs in the back of my head. Like I actually got 3 albums in the works. Like so I have a whole album that is off of Pink Floyd The Wall. So I sampled all songs off of The Wall. I sampled all songs off of Physical Graffiti by Led Zeppelin, and I have a whole album off of that. So I got 2 albums that are filled with joints that I'm ready to go. So this album right here is taking a mixture of all of those. So I'm not particularly staying in that same zone that it's going to be The Wall or it's going to be Physical Graffiti. So I actually just took a bunch of joints, but more importantly, I got together with my man John Stania, and if y'all know John Stania is from the group called Helmet, and Helmet was signed to Interscope as well as myself, and he's one of the most incredible drummers in rock history, is what they say. And so he's playing drums on this, and my man Patrick Delaney is playing the bass, and my man Caesar is playing the guitar. So we all been hanging out together this whole time. So they're always just like, man, your rap stuff is so dope and everything, and they love it because they hip hop heads as well. They rock dudes, but hip hop heads as well. And so we've been talking, and we finally just got to a point, man. Yo, let's make some joints. So now we made those joints right now. So here you go. You got it. You got Machete. You got what's the other one?
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you a '70s individual, you understand what that comes from. That's an ill movie. So Machete, Thunderbolt, and Lightfoot, and Raised by Wolves. So all of those are live instrumentation. And we got 2 more songs on there that are sampled. So I sampled Helmet's Unsung, and that's a song called West Denim. And then I sampled another one. I forgot the name of it or whatever,
Super
but
Predators.
Super Predators. So Super Predators is all live. Super
Okay.
Predators is all live, but it's a take on the Wild Style song.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So the new release is the EP.
Yeah, it's an EP. So it's what, to tell you the truth, sincere, it's just like sometimes, like when you're in the old school state of mind and you always think you got to come out with an album, and that's the only way to release your music is through an album, you kind of get trapped. So now I realize that, yo, we're in control of what we do. I can release a single whenever I want. I can release an EP whenever I want. I can do whatever I want when I feel like doing it. So I'm not confined to those things that, like, oh man, yo, you gotta release an album and everything. So yeah, I'm coming out with this right now. And listen, I could have made more songs for it, but I didn't. And I'm not, because I'm just gonna put this out the way it is. And
Right.
there's 2 songs on there that were from 2001 and 2002.
Oh
I
wow.
labeled them as 2001 and 2002 because why? Music is timeless, and they're timeless classics to me, and they're that dope. So yes, so you're gonna have this EP, which is just self-entitled, and when you see the album cover art, there's no writing on it, nothing. It's just a picture, because that's how the rock dudes used to do it, B. And
Right.
that's how we gonna do it right now. I'm not putting oh, it's Crime Wave Music 7, the millennial fucking theory or whatever. It's just like,
Right.
I'm not doing that, bro. It's just that picture, man. Look at the picture, man, and then tell me what you think about it.
Right. That was by Toast, right?
Toast 187 always gives me the best imagery, man. Like, his imagery is fantastic. Me and him just link together in a way where it's so beautiful that we're just symbiotic. Symbiotic, right? Symbiotic. Symbiotic. We're symbiotic together, and we just understand how each other feels, and it's awesome, man. You know, he'll call me in the afternoon. I'll call him, and we just rock together like that, man. It just works.
Right. You talked a little bit about crime wave music. Can you speak a little bit about that movement?
Well, crime wave music has to do a lot with the Leftovers NYC. So you know that the Leftovers NYC is a group that deals with the problems of gentrification. And we're very strong on the issue of gentrification. Like, the only reason why I started that group was because my homegirl came home and she was just like, yo, these guys are moving out. And then the dude said, yo, you know what they call us? And they said they call us the leftovers. That was like a smack in the face when I heard it, right? So the young individuals, I ain't gonna say what they are, the young individuals that are moving into the neighborhood that are taking over, they call us the leftovers. And when I heard it, it was like a smack in the face. It was like you calling me a spick. So they said that, and then I took it, and then I went from a negative to turn it into a positive. I was just like, yeah, you know what? Now I'm gonna call my group the Leftovers NYC. And the label that it's released under is Crime Wave Music 7. So let's go.
Right. Right. Very
So
dope.
Crime Wave Music 7 has everything to do with the Leftovers NYC. It's a direct correlation between the Leftovers NYC and Crime Wave Music. It's we're still fighting for justice and the right to be here. And you know what? It's getting worse and worse right now. You know, the rents in New York City have escalated so high that the amount of people that are being thrust out of the city that have lived here their whole life are being chastised and cast out. It's incredible, bro. The rate of the people that are leaving New York because they just can't afford it no more is fucked up. It's all the way to Jamaica, Queens right now. Listen, it's not Brooklyn or the Bronx or fucking Manhattan. It's already stretched out to Jamaica, Queens. You know motherfuckers don't go to Jamaica, B. Like, yeah, that's way out there. You gotta take the E train and a fucking bus.
Yeah, yeah,
And what? Listen,
yeah.
man, they're gentrifying us that deep, bro. That deep. It's that hard. This is how hard we gotta deal with this.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to ask you just to go back to the songs that you were talking about.
Hold on, look at this right quick.
Ramones.
Ramones.
You think, you think we fuck around over here, bro?
Nah,
You
not
think
at
we
all.
fuck around here right now? That's Queen's official. That's like Run DMC.
Yeah.
That's Run DMC white version.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Come
Now,
on,
let me
man.
ask you a
I
question.
don't play, bro. I don't play, bro.
Yeah, when you were making these the songs that you just mentioned before, right?
Uh,
Um, do you when you go into it, do you guys try to come up like or look for a certain type of feel that you're looking for, or you just go in and just kind of make the music and how it comes out, it comes out?
nah, man. Everything I do is pre-calculated.
Because
I never go in. I like, you know, a lot of people say, "Yo, I just did it on the fly." I really don't do shit on the fly. Like, I spend many sleepless nights in my fucking bed thinking about music over and over and over again, relentlessly, to
the
the
reason
point
why,
that I'm going to work on 2 hours sleep because I'm thinking about it so much. I love it that much. So I definitely approach it with like, so that whole Crime Wave Music 7 thing, I approach it with an aura that it's like, it's kind of like the feeling of graffiti writers going into the subway, and you know the cops are gonna get you, but you still gonna do it anyway. That's how I feel about crime wave music. It's that dangerous. It's a dangerous music.
Okay, so then I guess I'm probably right, because the reason why I asked you this is because when I heard a little bit of the songs, right?
Uh-huh.
And when I went from one to the other, and I didn't want to like put it into a box, but if it fits you. It fits you, and it reminds me still, even though it's more on the rock end and not hip hop, it still reminds me of like that old gritty New York. So that's why I was.
It still sounds Powerule, right?
Yeah, well, it sounds like you. It sounds like you.
Well, I am Powerule.
You are Powerule, but I look at you as, again, and I look at you as like the embodiment of what New York is. So
Yo, dude, that
I
is
didn't
the
want to
fucking
put
best
you into a
compliment.
box.
Hold on. That's the best compliment I ever got in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
being serious.
that's what I try to represent every day. And what you just said right there, I could fucking cry right now, bro. That shit is so
how I
dope.
look at it, bro.
That
That's
is
how.
the fucking best compliment I ever got. My brother, peace.
You're welcome, bro. But that's just how I see it. So when I'm listening to the song, I told you that too, Sincere. I was like, damn, this is like, this sounds like him. Like, it's not like it's so far off or different. It's like it still reps what you embody. I guess that's the only way I could put it. You know what I mean?
What? Well, listen,
So
man.
that's why I asked you, like, do you like when you guys were making the music, do you kind of plan on how the sound is, or did it just come out like that because that's how you guys are?
No. But listen, man. Listen, I only do things authentically.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I do. Like, listen, I'm past those days of being down with a record company and you making records for them and you having a sound like a sound that's sounding that sound at that time. Right. I don't do that no more. I only do what I love. So everything I'm gonna do is authentic. So when you hear this and when it comes out, that's authenticity that's coming out of me. That's my blood. I breathe that. That's the shit that I do. I love crime wave music. I love the name of it. Crime wave music. When I say it out of my mouth, I love the way it sounds. Crime wave music 7. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
That shit sounds fucking dope. When you see it written, crime wave music 7, you're like, ooh, that's me. I like that.
Yeah.
The Leftovers NYC.
Same thing.
Cool. I love that shit. I fucking only rock with shit that I love like that. If I put it on my t-shirt, you better believe that it's real.
Right.
Know what I mean? So listen, man. So everything that I do right now is authentic. Listen, man, I got a day job. I'm good, B. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing this to make money. I do this because I love to do it. Like, I'm actually at a point right now where I can say that I'm making music because I really like it, and I don't have to worry about it for financial reasons at all. Not at all.
Dope.
Any plans for some upcoming shows to test out the new material?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. So my boy John and everything, he's out on tour right now with Primus. And when he gets back, so we're gonna group up together. So actually, listen, May 14th to the 17th, me, myself, Patrick Delaney, and Caesar, we're going to Puerto Rico and we're gonna film a video for Raised by Wolves for the Prime Wave music album. And we're gonna go out there and do that video. John is on tour with Primus, so we're gonna do that video first. But when he comes back, we're gonna do another video for Crime Wave Music 7. And hey, we're just gonna work from there, and then we're gonna do shows like what I'm gonna concentrate mainly on is doing shows in my neighborhood. So okay, you can do a show in Kentucky, Louisiana, all that shit is cool. But I want to destroy my own hood. I want to kill it. I want to kill in my hood. I want to rock at the knitting room over there on Metropolitan Avenue in Brooklyn. I want to rock at the what's the spot that I go to all the time? Union Pool. I'm gonna rock Union Pool. I'm gonna rock the Knitting Factory, and I'm gonna rock another joint around the way, and I'm gonna kill my own neighborhood, and then I'll rock from there because this is the ground zero of gentrification. So why would I not just kill it here first? I'm gonna kill it here first,
Right.
just to bother them, to make them upset about it.
Right.
They gonna hate me. They're like, damn, I love him, but god damn it, he's talking about me.
So when can we expect a new project?
Well, so this one, give me about 2 weeks and we're gonna put this out. And then also new projects like, I can't front. Leftovers NYC, new album is done. It's done. Like, yo, bro. Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, the king of gentrification is back again, and I am killing it. Like, the whole album is nothing but fire joints, and I've actually think I've become better. Like, I think that I was just warming up, and I think that I really got it right now. I think I really am ready to kill it right now, and y'all gonna see, man. Y'all tell me what you think.
Hell yeah, of course. Let us know when to blast off.
Oh man, come on, y'all gonna be the first ones I hit.
Let
Absolutely.
Oh, so you and I can't front, and my man Sunni is Allah.
Yeah.
You know I'm a real motherfucker, B, and I gotta mention Sunyas. That's my dude. So
Yeah, of course.
peace to Sunyas Allah.
Absolutely.
Of course.
What's the plans with the Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin sampled projects?
You know what it is, Sincere? It's just like I have so many things in the works that I gotta try to allocate them accordingly. So the Crime Wave Music 7 EP will come out. Then the Leftovers NYC EP will come out, which is called LeBron, and not like LeBron James, like Lolita LeBron, who went over there and shot up the government. You know what I'm saying? So do your history. You know about Lolita LeBron. So that's the second one, and then I could think about dropping the Leftovers NYC, the Wall, Leftovers NYC, Physical Graffiti. They're there. You know what I'm saying? I'm lucky enough to have a lot of material right now to drop, man, and so it's all good. It's all good.
Right. Before we get out of here, can you let the people know where they can keep up with Marcano, Prince Powerule on social media?
Well, just follow Sincere, and then you're gonna follow me.
Absolutely.
And my man right there, boy. Yo, how much do we love Doom, bro? We love Doom so much. How much we love Doom, bro?
Yeah, that's my brother,
Now,
man.
you from his actual hood. Forget about me. Let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about that man right there. And you talk about my man Jorge right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So, yeah. Curious to see. Matter of fact, happy birthday to Curious. Wasn't his I believe his birthday was today or yesterday, right?
Shit, is it May 2nd?
I could have sworn I saw him post about his birthday. So
hey,
God, bro,
you're not too late. You're not too late. You're not too
I
late.
gotta jump on this interview right now and call my boy.
Yeah.
No doubt. Right after.
Happy
birthday
birthday.
more than me.
Yeah, come on, man. We pay attention. That's our job, bro.
Yo, dude, man, let me tell you something about Doom.
But just like you said though, just what you just said. Super shout out to Doom. Shout out to DJ Sub Rock, of course. Rest in peace always.
Rest in peace
GYP
always.
Get Yours Posse, man. And I don't know if you know, man, but Sincere is down with Get Yours now too, man.
Well, I see y'all together, so I'm assuming y'all.
No,
together.
I mean, I'm talking about official.
Oh, so it's official. It's official.
GYP,
We're
I'm
gonna
down.
put that. We're gonna blast that out.
Yeah.
Get Yours Posse and Sincere are now officially down together.
And I'm down with the leftovers. I'm down with the leftovers too. Don't forget.
Yeah, I hope.
Yo,
I mean,
Sincere.
You
just said that. That makes me feel so good. So you really down with the leftovers?
I'm down with the leftovers.
Let's go.
I think it's only right that we
are you down with the leftovers?
I think it's only right. We've got too many
you
people.
Are leftovers.
Listen,
You're pretty leftoverish.
we have too many people in common, bro. We
Yeah,
have,
dude.
DJ Talim. Shout out to him. Toast, not for nothing, but Toast We about to get him on here soon too. I already
Well,
spoke
you
to
know, you
Toast.
got to get Toast on there. Toast is, I call him Harlem Scorsese. He's a
Nah, we
Harlem
already
Scorsese.
spoke, man. We
Yo,
we got
Harlem
it lined up.
Scorsese, bro.
We
No
got it
doubt.
lined up. We got
But
it lined up.
yo, man, listen, man. I'm gonna do it before y'all do it. I love y'all.
Hey, we
Peace
love
and
you too.
blessings. Yo, thank you so much for letting me spend some time with y'all. And I'm glad that y'all down with the leftovers NYC. And I'm gonna hold y'all to that. I'm gonna hold
Absolutely.
y'all to that.
Is it
Absolutely.
official?
It's
It's
official.
official right now. Yo,
Oh,
motherfuckers,
yo.
it's leftovers NYC.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's it. I'm
We
gonna start
appreciate
posting
it.
that. Every time I put a post up, you're gonna see your names tagged in there.
Appreciate that. Hey,
Yo,
we got just one more question.
quick. Hip hop's getting ready to turn 50 years old soon, man.
Oh wow, yeah. Let's
What's
talk about that.
what's your thoughts on that, man? How you feel about hip hop turning 50?
You know, it's a crazy thing because when a lot of people see hip hop in its form today, a lot of people from my generation can't stand it, and they're just so against it. But I remember that when we came out in the mid '80s, late '80s, and how Cold Crush couldn't stand us, Fantastic couldn't stand us. Melly Mel was just like, oh man. I remember my brother saying, oh, y'all motherfuckers making circus rap. Like it was that corny to them. Like they thought our shit was real corny. Like Fearless 4 was even corny to them. Like I'm talking about that early. So you know, I'm going from mixtapes, right? So all the mixtapes that used to go around and you heard them battling each other. You know, Kumo D against who was Kumo D? What's the famous mixtape? Kumo
Busy
D
B.
battling Busy B. Yeah. So Rockin' It came out. Fearless 4. My brother heard Rockin' It. He was just like, that is the worst piece of music I ever heard in my life.
Oh
My
man.
brother was just like, that shit sounds like circus rap. He actually said circus was the term.
Wow.
It sounds like a circus song. And I get it now. Like I fucking actually, yo, it does sound a little bit cartoonish and circus.
Right.
But was that not the hottest fucking
It was the
joint that you
illest
ever
shit.
heard?
Hell yeah.
Right.
TLB rocking it, Tito is rocking it.
Rocking it. Yes, we are
Rocking
rocking it.
So we go back that far with rap and hip hop. And I remember taking the bus those days. Remember? I go back to the Freiburg days of me wearing a Led Zeppelin jacket, but they was playing Rocking It in the back of the bus.
Right.
And I still love that.
Mm.
But I just wanted to be that guy. But so I'm always was down with hip hop and its evolution. You know, I'm a dude that rocked at block parties. You know, I actually was there plugging in the speakers to the lamppost and performing live in the park. I was there. I was the Puerto Rican dude there. So nobody was letting us get on the mic. And we only had to be vicious in order to get on that mic because nobody wanted to let us on the mic just because of my skin complexion. My skin complexion provoked me or it stopped me from getting on that mic that day. But my tenacity was fire. And I went over there and I was not going to be denied. And I got on there and I rocked those mic those days. And that was the earliest days of Powerule. How Powerule became who they were. Powerule began because we rocked at the park jam and at the base yard, the basement party. We rocked in basements and we rocked in backyards.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So I'm official. Like you know, you can't get no deeper than that. How you gonna get deeper than that? That I actually rocked at park jams and basement parties.
Right.
Absolutely.
Very dope, man. So listen, Marcano, on behalf of myself and the journalist Sincere, we want to say thank you. Thank you for all the music you've provided. Thank you for the soundtrack to our lives. Thank you for being a representation of what true New York is. For those who don't know about New York and for people like myself who appreciate what New York really is, man. We salute you. Keep it going. And tag us, man, because we're going to rep you all the way, bro.
Hey,
Leftovers.
well,
Leftovers.
let me just say one last thing because y'all official New York City dudes too. Like, you know,
Thank you.
that's why I mess with y'all, bro. Yo, bro, you know how many people hit me up and say, yo, let's do this and let's do that. But I'm just like, nah, I gotta rock with my dudes. And
Appreciate that.
y'all
Thank you.
the clearest representation of what New York City is. And you guys are what makes hip hop great
Man, thank
and
you.
what
Appreciate
makes
that.
hip hop last. So you think y'all will stop repping hip hop because a new wave of music comes out?
Nah,
Nah,
not at all,
nah,
bro.
nah,
Not at
Nah.
all.
nah, y'all ain't gonna do it. And guess what, man? We're gonna be talking about this until we're 70 years old, bro.
That's it.
Absolutely.
And why shouldn't we? Because jazz artists do it.
That's
How
right.
many jazz artists you see at the Blue Note that is 73 years old?
That's right.
Yep.
That's right, man. We
Why can't we do that?
gotta keep tradition going, bro.
And we are gonna do that.
That's
Absolutely.
So we got another 20 years to go, bro.
right. That's
At
Let's
it.
least,
go.
if
That's
not
it.
more.
Let's get it. Cincinnati, baby, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right,
Man,
man. Much love, man. I love y'all, man.
Appreciate you. Love you too, man. Don't
All right,
forget to
you,
man.
man.
call. Don't forget to call
Always
Curious.
a pleasure, man. And
Curious.
we'll
Happy
do it
birthday to
again.
Curious.
Yeah, my man Curious
Call him
Nonsense.
up.
Please go look at him. Yeah.
All right.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace.
Peace. Thanks.